circle check. So when I come to the morning, I park my car on the side, pick up my lunch kit. When I pick up my lunch kit, I'm walking toward my tractor. When I'm walking toward my tractor, so my inspection is start. So if the first thing, if my trailer is leaning to the one side, this is showing me, so maybe my tire flat, maybe my leaf spring break down, so maybe anything possible, like if my tractor trailer is leaning on one side. This is the sign he give me first, so my eyes can notice. And second thing, when I come closer to, so I can see if there's any puddle under my tractor. So this is a sign also giving me any coolant leak, maybe my fuel leak. So then I'm not start my truck. Sir, when everything I come closer to here, so my normal routine, what I'm doing here, I'm same thing, I repeat everything to my student. So sir, there's the puddle, if I then never start the truck. So then when walking toward, if my company give me the new truck, first thing I'm gonna check my CV sticker. Sir, you care, this is the 10th 2024, so it means this truck is valid for 10th month of 2024. I can drive the last date of the 10th month. And later on we can explain about all the sticker, all the provinces has a different color recognized. Normally every province they recognize each other province sticker. So then sir, I already showed you my paperwork, my insurance registration is valid, I already checked, and here is my paperwork. I already pull it out and keep in the winder, I can show you right now. So this is my first step when I starting on the truck. So now sir, when I know this is my truck, CBAP sticker, everything is valid, my paperwork is valid, that's the walkthrough when I come to my tank. When I come to the fuel tank, the first thing I'm gonna check, there's no any leakage on my tank. So later we can explain in the details. So first thing sir, one time it's happened to me, somebody put the sand in my truck. So that's very bad times at that time. I don't know, this the industry, some good people also, some bad people also. They're throwing the sand. So first thing that day I learned the lesson, if somebody screwed up with my truck or with my tank, so there's like the good people, they don't do this, but the bad people, they throw the sand here, but I can see on the sand mark on my tank. If the sand mark on my truck, so then I never start the sand. I look closely my fuel tank cap. So there's no mark on the side, it means nobody damaged to my tank. And before that sir, I can open my fuel tank, so I can check the fuel also and checking any tampering around it. So now sir, everything is okay and I have enough fuel. I never depend on too much on the gauge when the truck, especially when the truck is old. That's the machinery sir, anytime anything can be damaged. So always check the fuel by visually inspect. Yeah, I know we have the gauges inside, that's for the new truck, but anytime this is the good idea, what I'm thinking. So always close it. So now check the straps are no damage, doors are opening and closing, everything is okay. This is just the visual inspection. And sir, trailer on the side of the trailer back is okay. And sir, glad hand is okay. Paperwork is here. Reefer temperature, what I'm doing when I'm stopping, checking the temperature of the reefer or my temperature. Here, this is the heater, I can control what I'm hauling. If I'm hauling anything material which need the heat, so then I set the temperature from here. So later we can explain in the details. So now sir, I'm checking my tank, truck tires. Tire in a good condition. Basically I'm checking sir, there's no any leakage, no rock between the tires. So later we can explain the details. Checking my lug nuts. Checking all my lug nuts, sir. Make sure all the lug nut is tight proper. So if the lug nut is loose little bit, sir, I can see the star mark on the rim. So that's the sign they give me. So that's I'm looking for the sign. If it's little loose, because this is almost they can torque on 550 horsepower torque, 600 horsepower torque. If it's little loose, then I will not feel from the hand. So make sure my lug nut is tight proper. And sometimes sir, they're like they have the There's this thing which is attached between the two lug nut. I forgot about that. So this is the sign also. If it's little loose, then you're like there.
All the straps, or like lug nut straps, I think.
Maybe. So that's the thing which is showing me also that your lug nut is loose. So by the star mark, you can easily identify this lug nut is loose. So tire is okay, sir. No damage to the side. No one make the damage. And tread is more than 3.2, sir. Later on, when we do the circle check, we can explain in the details. So this is my normal routine when I'm starting from the. So the wire is loose. No, all my lug nut is on. This ram is okay. By hand, my axle nut is tight, sir.
My
Axle nut is tight proper. My lug nut is tight. And stem valve is present on both tire. So we can explain, and cap is tight. I can explain later on when we do the circle. Overall condition of the trailer is okay, sir. No damage to my trailer. Landing gear in the rest position, sir. And this is my tank for my heater. So this is the take the fuel from here. Cap is tight, sir. I check the fuel in case something I have the reefer load. So I make sure my tank is full all the time. The gauge is clear, visible. No damage and no leakage. Overall okay. Side is okay. So the here, sir, in case I'm picking up any dangerous goods, I have more. If I'm hauling more than 500 kg dangerous goods, then I can put the play card each side of the trailer. So later, sir, I explain why we need the play card and how many type of play card. There's the thing. So signal is okay. And now come back here. Checking my trailer tire, sir. Trailer tire is in a good condition. Also no side
Damage.
I hear the little leakage. I can make sure I can check also, sir. See, that's why you can easily identify when you circle around. So no rock between the tires, sir. And landing position is pin is locked, sir. We can explain later what is the function of this hook, sir. What is the function of this trailer handle. Sir, wheel chock. So I can explain you now, sir, when I put my wheel chock. So wheel chock is the first important thing. How I wheel chock. Sir, if I park on my uphill, if I park on the uphill, I chock my wheel behind the tire. If I'm downhill, I chock in the front of my tractor trailer. If I'm on the level ground, I can chock my wheel on the one tire, both sides. So the main reason, sir.
Can you repeat it again, please?
Okay, sir. When I'm uphill, when I park uphill, I chock my tire on the back. So if uphill like that, so my trailer or my tractor not moving backward. I park chock on the back side. If I'm the downhill, if I park like downhill, I can chock my wheel in the front. So that's why, so in front, so my tractor or trailer not moving to the front. If the ground level is plain surface, I can chock on the one tire on the both side. From one backward and the front. So because the level is, ground is level. So how I chock, sir? So when I chock, so a little gap between the tire. What is the reason between the gap? So when the forklift is going inside and outside, when the loading or unloading, my wheel is moving. And that time my airbag must be down. So the reason the forklift go inside smoothly. If the tire is moving, they pinch here. When it's pinch, this one time happened to me, sir. I learned the lesson from my mistake. And I have the metal wheel chock. I have the metal wheel chock. The wheel chock is really big. I put all the time, all the way inside. When the fork is going inside, this fully pinch my tire. When I'm trying to move it, with the hammer, it's not getting out. And I put, because one back, one fire, I even not moving a 1 inch. Sir, the bad luck, I damaged my tire that time.
Yeah.
And Bosch gave me the shit. That's where I learned the lesson. Never ever do it like that next time. So I always leave a little 1 inch gap from this side and 1 inch gap from this side. So when it's moving, my wheel not, especially if it's metal wheel chock, it's not got a pinch. And another thing is I keep little bit out. One thing is from the driver eye I can see when I'm moving. So that's where it's easily I can look from my mirror. I have the wheel chock, I not move forward.
Yeah.
And the second thing, if it's pinch, I can hammer here, bang it out, and my wheel choke is get out. So that's why I leave a little bit gap inside. So that's the sir how I put the wheel choke. And different tire has a different wheel choke. If I have the small tire is using the small wheel choke, and the bigger tire need bigger wheel choke. So normally tractor trailer size, the normal we can choke the wheel, our wheel choke size is 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter. That's the normal wheel choke. If the tire is big, I put the small wheel choke, even the truck can move and you don't even feel it. Like I'm working in the Ford McMurray, sir. So that time over the big 779, they have the bigger wheel choke. That depend on the tire, the radial tire, the wider. So you need the wider wheel choke. So depend on the size, depend on the diameter of the radius. So you can, the main purpose of the wheel choke, so you can stop the truck. So that's the way wheel choke we can put it, sir. And now we're moving here, also checking the tire on this one. There's no rock. Also check my hub nut also. Checking my hub oil, sir. The hub oil, make sure you have enough hub oil so you can, your hub is stay cold. So if your hub is hot, then it means your drum getting too much hot. So your lug nut is tight proper, no losing, sir. I'm checking by one by one. I'm teaching my student also, and one by one you can check with by hand. So make sure there's no giving sign, so your lug nut is loose. And hub nut is also tight, sir. Make sure no any oil leak is from anywhere. So this is just the walk around, sir. And now moving backward. Later on we can explain again. Sir, when I start coming to the back, before I'm moving my truck, I'm checking my door, checking my lights. It's the most important thing when I'm doing my door. I can, sir, open from here, checking the hinges from the top. So this way I can open, sir. Later on I can also show you. And also, sir, so the number one thing is I can see if trailer is sealed. If the trailer is sealed, sir, I make sure seal match to my paperwork. Because one time, sir, I go to the USA, somebody tampered with my seal and they steal it. They put the wrong seal. When I go to the shipper, the seal not match. So then I noticed, sir, somebody put the things in my trailer. So they refused to ship because I'm in the trouble that time. Yeah. So every mistake, you learn something new. Sir, so that's why I make sure whenever I come to get out from any parking lot, I make sure my seal match to the seal. And nobody tampering from the back side. So always close the left side and then you close the right side. And check from the top and the bottom. So how you open and close. So later, sir, when we come to the circle check, we can explain in the details. Sir, my license plate is valid, clean, and license plate is working. We can do I can explain when we're doing starting the pre-trip circle. Sir, pick up the right trailer number and everything is clean, light is working, bumper is good, reflector tape is good. And this side, same thing, sir. I checking my sidewall of the trailer is okay, and bumper mud flap is okay, sir, no damage. I make sure my mud flap is 25 centimeter away from the tire. And sir, checking the tread is here. Tread depth is more than 1.6 on the tire, and no rock between the tire. Okay, no problem, sir. There's no rock. And checking all the lug nuts on this side too. Sit down. It's to see bad here again and again. Okay, sir. Checking the lug nut, checking the hub nut, everything. Checking on this tire. Everything is condition is good, sir. Now I slowly moving forward. 50% reflective plate is present. And sir,
those lines.
That airline is 18 inch above from the ground, 50 centimeter. We can explain you what is the function of that during the pre-trip part. Yeah. So I'm just doing the circle check part, just the walkthrough when I'm starting early in the morning. Yeah. So landing a mud flap. और इथे मैं नेंग रहा हूँ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ, ਨਿੰਗਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕਰ।
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੂਜੇ ਟਾਇਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਰਿਆ ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਦੇ
ਹਾਂ, whatever you explain sir, I'm checking this tire again. So this is the, ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਾਰਟਕਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਵਾਂ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਵਿੱਚ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੂਰੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਬੋਲਣੀ, ਉਹ ਦੂਰੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਬੋਲਣੀ ਹੈ, ਨਹੀਂ ਬੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ।
ਨਹੀਂ ਬੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ। ਬੰਦ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਿੱਕੀ ਕੱਟ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਉਹਦੀ ਹਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੀ ਹਾਈਟ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਲੱਗ ਰਹਿ ਜੂਗਾ।
ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਾਰਾ ਚੱਲਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਠੀਕ
ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਰਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਣ ਦੇ, no problem. But the thing is, but I'm going through, but the main time when you doing the stuff, you have to explain in the details. Okay, doesn't matter, you have no unlimited time limit, explain like you are teacher.
Got it.
Okay, so now sir, I'm checking that this tire also, so tire depth is more than 3.2, tire condition is good sir, side is okay, no bubble, no cut sir, and enough air pressure. Sir, another thing, if my air pressure is down, if my air pressure is down more than 50%, it means I have the major problem. It means the major fault. I can't go anywhere.
50%.
50%. For example, this this tire is manufactured 100 psi. If it's below than 50, that means this is the major fault. So now I'm not going, and I have to fix that tire before I go. So maybe there's the reason is, so if this is not the small hole in the tire, small puncture in the tire, so that means this is the major thing, so you have to fix it. So now I'm moving forward. एक मिनट होल्ड रखिए।